In a world overflowing with emotions, have you ever wondered what it would be like to rise above them all? Picture a life where neither joy nor sorrow dictates your every move, but instead, a tranquil state of being reigns supreme. Imagine facing life's ups and downs with a serene smile, unaffected by the tumultuous waves of emotion. Is such a state even possible? Welcome to Wisdom Woven, your guide on a journey toward emotional freedom. Today, we explore the fascinating concept of becoming emotionless through the lens of Buddhism. But before we delve deeper, let's ponder. What if you could detach yourself from the roller coaster of emotions, finding peace amidst the chaos? What if you could break free from the shackles of anger, sadness, and anxiety and experience life with unwavering tranquility? Think about a time when a minor inconvenience ruined your entire day, a spilled coffee, a missed bus, or a rude remark. How did it feel to be swept away by frustration or disappointment? Now, consider the possibility of facing such situations without batting an eyelid, with a calm demeanor that nothing can disturb. This isn't about suppressing emotions or becoming numb, it's about transcending them altogether. At its core, the journey toward emotionlessness isn't about eradicating emotions but rather understanding and mastering them. It's about achieving a state of inner balance where emotions no longer dictate our thoughts and actions. Imagine having the power to respond to life's challenges with clarity and wisdom, unfazed by the storms that rage within and without. But how do we embark on such a transformative journey? How do we navigate the labyrinth of our own minds to uncover the path to emotional liberation? Join us as we unravel the mysteries of the human psyche and explore the ancient wisdom of Buddhism, guiding you toward a life of profound peace and unshakable serenity. Welcome to Wisdom Woven, where we embark on a quest to transcend emotions and discover the true essence of being. Like, comment, share, and subscribe as we embark on this enlightening journey together. Lesson 1. Understanding emotions. Emotions are like colors painting the canvas of our lives. They're vibrant, intense, and sometimes overwhelming. Imagine a roller coaster ride with its highs and lows, twists and turns. That's what emotions can feel like. But what are they really? Emotions are complex reactions triggered by our thoughts, experiences, and surroundings. They can range from joy and love to anger and sadness, each carrying its own intensity and impact. Picture this: you're walking down the street and suddenly someone bumps into you. Your immediate reaction? Anger might flare up. It's a natural response, a surge of adrenaline, perhaps fueled by a sense of injustice. But here's the thing: emotions are fleeting. They come and go like passing clouds in the sky. Understanding this impermanence is key to mastering our emotional landscape. Think about a time when you felt overwhelmed by sadness. Maybe it was a loss or a disappointment. In those moments, it can seem like the sadness will never lift, like a heavy fog weighing you down. But just as the sun eventually breaks through the clouds, so too can joy emerge from the depths of despair. Emotions, no matter how intense, are transient. They don't define us unless we let them. Now, let's talk about the power of awareness. Imagine you're sitting by a river, watching the water flow. Thoughts come and go, like leaves drifting on the surface. Similarly, emotions arise and pass away. But here's the secret: you are not your thoughts, and you are not your emotions. You are the observer, the witness to your own experience. It's like being the captain of a ship navigating the turbulent seas of emotion. Sometimes the waves are calm and gentle, other times they're rough and stormy. But no matter the conditions, you have the power to steer your ship with mindfulness and intention. This awareness is the first step towards mastering your emotional world. Emotions can be tricky. They often disguise themselves as truth. When anger boils over or fear takes hold, it's easy to believe that's all there is. But beneath the surface lies a deeper truth: emotions are just one part of the story. They're like actors on a stage, playing their roles with passion and intensity. But behind the scenes, there's a vast expanse of awareness, untouched by the drama. Now, let's delve into the science behind emotions. Did you know that emotions originate in the brain? It's true. When we perceive a stimulus, like a loud noise or a kind word, our brain interprets it and sends signals to our body. These signals trigger physiological responses like increased heart rate or sweaty palms. In other words, our emotions are not just abstract feelings, they have real, tangible effects on our bodies. But here's where it gets interesting. We have the power to influence our emotions through our thoughts and actions. It's called emotional regulation, and it's like having a superpower. By practicing mindfulness and self-awareness, we can learn to recognize our emotions as they arise and choose how to respond to them. It's a skill that takes time and practice, but the rewards are profound. So, what's the takeaway? Emotions are a natural and inevitable part of the human experience. They're like the colors of a rainbow, adding depth and richness to our lives. But just as a painter can blend colors to create new shades, so too can we cultivate emotional balance and resilience. By understanding the nature of emotions and mastering the art of awareness, we can navigate life's ups and downs with grace and ease. Lesson 2. The concept of emotionlessness in Buddhism. In the serene gardens of Buddhist philosophy, a profound concept awaits, the notion of emotionlessness. But what does it truly entail? Imagine a tranquil pond, its surface undisturbed by the ripples of emotion, reflecting the pure essence of existence. That's the essence of emotionlessness in Buddhism. It doesn't mean suppressing or numbing emotions, rather, it's about transcending them, achieving a state of inner peace untouched by the turbulence of fleeting feelings. Emotionlessness in Buddhism doesn't imply cold detachment. Instead, it's a warm embrace of equanimity, a balanced state where joy and sorrow lose their power to sway the mind. Picture a mountain unmoved by the changing weather around it, standing tall in its unwavering calm. Similarly, one who embodies emotionlessness remains steadfast amidst life's storms, grounded in the unshakable truth of impermanence. At its core, emotionlessness in Buddhism stems from the understanding of the three marks of existence: impermanence, anicca, suffering, dukkha, and non-self, anatta. These fundamental truths serve as the foundation for cultivating a mindset free from the shackles of emotion. By recognizing the transient nature of all phenomena, one learns to let go of attachments and embrace the flow of life with open arms. In Buddhist teachings, emotionlessness is often associated with the concept of upekkha or equanimity. It's the ability to maintain a balanced perspective regardless of the circumstances, neither clinging to pleasant experiences nor resisting unpleasant ones. Like a lotus flower floating serenely on the surface of a pond, unaffected by the muddy waters below, one who embodies upekkha remains poised amidst the ups and downs of life. Emotionlessness doesn't mean suppressing emotions. Instead, it involves observing them with mindfulness and wisdom. It's like watching clouds drift across the sky without getting entangled in their shapes or movements. Through practices such as meditation and mindfulness, individuals can cultivate the capacity to witness their emotions without being swept away by them, fostering a sense of inner peace and clarity. Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of cultivating compassion alongside emotionlessness. While emotionlessness pertains to the inner state of the mind, compassion directs our actions towards alleviating the suffering of others. It's like a gentle rain that nourishes the seeds of kindness within us, fostering empathy and understanding for all beings. In the journey towards emotionlessness, mindfulness plays a pivotal role. By bringing awareness to the present moment, one can observe the arising and passing away of emotions without getting entangled in their stories. It's akin to standing on the shore of a river, watching the currents of thoughts and feelings flow by without being swept away by them. Another aspect of emotionlessness in Buddhism is the cultivation of wisdom, often referred to as prajna. Wisdom enables one to see through the illusion of the self, recognizing that all phenomena are interconnected and devoid of inherent existence. Like a mirror reflecting the world without distortion, wisdom unveils the true nature of reality, freeing the mind from delusion and confusion. The path to emotionlessness is not without challenges. It requires diligent practice and unwavering commitment to inner growth. Just as a gardener tends to the soil, removing weeds and nurturing seeds, practitioners of Buddhism must cultivate virtuous qualities while uprooting the defilements that obscure the mind's innate purity. Through the cultivation of emotionlessness, one can experience a profound sense of liberation. It's like breaking free from the chains of conditioned existence and stepping into the boundless expanse of pure awareness. Embracing emotionlessness doesn't mean renouncing joy or happiness. Rather, it allows one to experience these states more deeply, free from the constraints of clinging and aversion. In conclusion, emotionlessness in Buddhism offers a transformative path towards inner peace and freedom. By embracing the impermanence of all things, cultivating equanimity, and nurturing wisdom and compassion, individuals can transcend the tumultuous waves of emotion and discover the serene depths of their true nature. Lesson 3: The Path to Emotionlessness. Embracing emotionlessness is not about suppressing or denying emotions. It's about understanding them and responding to them with wisdom and equanimity. In Buddhism, the path to emotionlessness begins with awareness. One must first recognize the transient nature of emotions, how they arise, persist, and eventually fade away. This awareness is cultivated through practices like mindfulness meditation, where one learns to observe thoughts and feelings without attachment or judgment. Central to the path is the cultivation of inner peace. Emotionlessness does not mean being devoid of feelings. Rather, it means finding a deep sense of calm amidst the storms of emotion. This is achieved through practices that train the mind to remain steady and centered regardless of external circumstances. Techniques such as breath awareness and body scan meditation help to anchor the mind in the present moment, reducing the tendency to get caught up in reactive emotions. Another crucial aspect of the path is self-reflection. By examining the root causes of our emotions, such as desires, aversions, and attachments, we can begin to understand why they arise and how they influence our actions. This self-awareness allows us to break free from habitual patterns of reactivity and cultivate a more skillful response to life's challenges. Compassion is also essential on the path to emotionlessness. When we cultivate empathy and kindness towards ourselves and others, we create a supportive environment for emotional transformation. Compassion enables us to hold space for difficult emotions without being overwhelmed by them, fostering resilience and inner strength. In addition to individual practice, community support is invaluable on the path to emotionlessness. By connecting with like-minded individuals and spiritual teachers, we gain encouragement, guidance, and inspiration. The collective energy of a supportive community can help us stay committed to our practice and navigate obstacles along the way. Simplicity is key on this journey. Emotionlessness is not about adding more complexity to our lives. It's about simplifying and streamlining our inner landscape. By letting go of unnecessary distractions and attachments, we create space for clarity and insight to arise. The path to emotionlessness is not linear. It's a gradual process of unfolding and deepening. There will be ups and downs, moments of breakthrough, and moments of setback. Patience and perseverance are essential virtues on this journey as we learn to navigate the complexities of our inner world with humility and grace. Ultimately, the goal of the path is not to become devoid of emotion, but to cultivate a healthy relationship with our feelings. Emotionlessness is not about becoming numb or indifferent. It's about being fully present and engaged with life while remaining grounded in wisdom and compassion. By walking this path with sincerity and dedication, we can cultivate greater emotional resilience, inner peace, and freedom from suffering. The journey towards emotionlessness is a profound and transformative adventure, leading us towards the deepest truths of our own hearts and minds. Lesson 4: Techniques and Practices. Embarking on the journey of becoming emotionless is like navigating through a labyrinth of the mind. It requires patience, dedication, and a willingness to explore various techniques and practices. One fundamental practice is mindfulness meditation, where individuals learn to observe their thoughts and emotions without judgment or attachment. Mindfulness teaches us to be present in the moment, to acknowledge our feelings without allowing them to control us. Another powerful technique is deep breathing exercises. By focusing on our breath, we can calm the turbulence within and create space between ourselves and our emotions. Progressive muscle relaxation is another effective tool. By tensing and then relaxing different muscle groups, we release physical tension and, in turn, soothe our emotional state. Journaling can be incredibly therapeutic. By putting our thoughts and feelings onto paper, we gain clarity and insight into our emotional patterns. Engaging in creative activities such as painting, writing, or dancing allows us to express and release pent-up emotions in a constructive manner. The practice of gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, fostering a sense of contentment and peace. Visualization techniques help us imagine ourselves as detached observers of our emotions, empowering us to respond rather than react impulsively. Affirmations can reprogram our subconscious mind, replacing negative thought patterns with positive ones, thus promoting emotional resilience. Connecting with nature can be immensely healing. Spending time outdoors, surrounded by the beauty of the natural world, can bring us back to a state of balance and harmony. Seeking support from a trusted friend, therapist, or spiritual guide can provide guidance and encouragement on our journey towards emotional mastery. Engaging in acts of service and kindness towards others cultivates a sense of interconnectedness and compassion, which can mitigate the intensity of our own emotions. Practicing self-care is essential. Eating healthily, exercising regularly, and getting enough rest are foundational pillars of emotional well-being. Setting boundaries with ourselves and others ensures that we prioritize our own emotional needs and avoid being overwhelmed by external influences. Learning to let go of the need for control allows us to surrender to the flow of life, embracing uncertainty with courage and resilience. Accepting impermanence as a natural aspect of existence frees us from clinging to fleeting emotions and opens us up to the beauty of the present moment. Cultivating a sense of humor helps us maintain a lighthearted perspective even in the face of adversity, fostering emotional resilience and flexibility. Reflecting on the impermanence of emotions, we realize that they are transient visitors passing through the landscape of our consciousness. By integrating these techniques and practices into our daily lives, we gradually unravel the knots of attachment and pave the way for a more serene and equanimous existence. Lesson 5: Cultivating Equanimity. Equanimity, a cornerstone of Buddhist practice, is the state of even-mindedness and balance amidst life's ups and downs. Picture a calm lake unruffled by the winds of emotion. That's equanimity. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get swept away by the tides of joy and sorrow. But through mindfulness and practice, we can learn to maintain our inner peace regardless of external circumstances. Equanimity doesn't mean suppressing or denying emotions. Rather, it's about observing them without getting caught up in their turbulence. Imagine watching clouds drift across the sky without clinging to any particular one. That's the essence of equanimity. By cultivating this mental attitude, we can navigate life's challenges with greater clarity and resilience. One way to develop equanimity is through meditation. In meditation, we train our minds to remain calm and focused regardless of what thoughts or emotions arise. Through consistent practice, we become less reactive and more centered, like a sturdy tree swaying gracefully in the wind. Another aspect of cultivating equanimity is accepting the impermanence of all things. Just as seasons change and flowers bloom and wither, so too do our experiences and emotions come and go. When we embrace this truth, we free ourselves from the grip of attachment and aversion, paving the way for greater equanimity. Equanimity also involves cultivating compassion for ourselves and others. When we extend kindness and understanding to ourselves and those around us, we create a more harmonious and balanced world. By practicing loving-kindness meditation, we develop empathy and compassion, which are essential components of equanimity. Moreover, practicing gratitude can deepen our sense of equanimity. By focusing on the blessings in our lives, we shift our perspective from scarcity to abundance, from discontent to contentment. Gratitude reminds us of the beauty and wonder that surrounds us, fostering a sense of peace and equanimity. Furthermore, developing a sense of interconnectedness can strengthen our equanimity. When we recognize that we are all interconnected beings bound together by the web of existence, we cultivate a deeper sense of compassion and empathy. This interconnectedness reminds us that we are not separate from each other, but rather part of a larger whole. Equanimity also involves letting go of the need for control. Often, our desire to control outcomes and circumstances only leads to frustration and disappointment. By relinquishing our attachment to control and surrendering to the flow of life, we can experience greater peace and equanimity. In addition, practicing mindfulness in daily life can help cultivate equanimity. When we are fully present in each moment, we are less likely to be swept away by the currents of emotion. Instead, we can respond to life's challenges with clarity and wisdom, fostering a deeper sense of equanimity. Moreover, embracing self-awareness is essential for cultivating equanimity. By understanding our own thoughts, emotions, and triggers, we can respond to them more skillfully rather than reacting impulsively. Self-awareness allows us to navigate life's ups and downs with greater ease and grace. Furthermore, learning to let go of judgments and expectations can foster equanimity. When we release the need to label experiences as good or bad, right or wrong, we create space for acceptance and openness. This acceptance allows us to embrace life as it is rather than how we think it should be, cultivating greater equanimity. Lastly, practicing patience is key to developing equanimity. Life is full of challenges and obstacles, but by cultivating patience, we can weather these storms with grace and resilience. Patience allows us to trust in the unfolding of life, knowing that everything happens in its own time. In conclusion, cultivating equanimity is a journey of self-discovery and growth. By practicing mindfulness, compassion, gratitude, interconnectedness, and patience, we can cultivate a deeper sense of balance and peace in our lives. Through these practices, we can navigate life's ups and downs with greater resilience and clarity, embodying the essence of equanimity. Lesson 6: Letting go of attachments. In the journey toward emotionlessness, one pivotal aspect is letting go of attachments. Attachments are like chains that bind us to the roller coaster of emotions, preventing us from finding true peace and serenity. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack full of unnecessary belongings. Letting go of attachments is like unburdening yourself from that weight, allowing you to move freely and gracefully through life. Attachments can be to material possessions, relationships, beliefs, or even to our own identities. We cling to these things because we believe they define us or provide us with security and happiness. However, in reality, attachments only serve to perpetuate suffering by creating desires and expectations that are bound to be unmet. Buddhist teachings emphasize the impermanent nature of all things. Nothing lasts forever, including our attachments. Understanding this impermanence is the first step toward letting go. When we realize that everything is transient, we can begin to loosen our grip on the things we cling to, knowing that they are fleeting and ultimately unfulfilling. Letting go of attachments does not mean becoming indifferent or detached from life. Rather, it is about developing a healthy relationship with the world around us. It is about appreciating the present moment without being enslaved by past regrets or future anxieties. Mindfulness practice plays a crucial role in letting go of attachments. By being fully present in each moment, we can observe our attachments without judgment or attachment itself. This awareness allows us to see them for what they are and gradually release their hold over us. One powerful technique for letting go of attachments is the practice of loving-kindness meditation. By cultivating love and compassion for ourselves and others, we can soften the grip of attachment and foster a sense of interconnectedness with all beings. It's essential to recognize that letting go of attachments is a gradual process that requires patience and persistence. It's not about forcing ourselves to detach abruptly, but rather gently loosening our grip over time. As we let go of attachments, we may encounter resistance and discomfort. This is natural, as attachments often serve as sources of comfort and familiarity. However, by leaning into the discomfort and embracing it with compassion, we can navigate through it and emerge stronger on the other side. Letting go of attachments is liberating. It frees us from the shackles of ego and allows us to experience life more fully and authentically. Instead of being driven by our desires and fears, we can approach each moment with openness and acceptance. In the practice of letting go, there is a profound sense of freedom. We no longer need to rely on external circumstances or validation for our happiness. Instead, we find contentment within ourselves regardless of the ever-changing tides of life. By letting go of attachments, we open ourselves up to the infinite possibilities that exist beyond our limited perceptions. We become more adaptable and resilient, able to flow with the currents of life rather than being swept away by them. In conclusion, letting go of attachments is a fundamental aspect of the path to emotionlessness. It requires courage, self-awareness, and a willingness to embrace change. But in the end, the rewards far outweigh the challenges as we discover a deeper sense of peace, joy, and fulfillment in our lives. Lesson 7. The Power of Mindfulness. Mindfulness, a cornerstone of Buddhist practice, is a profound tool for achieving emotionlessness. Imagine your mind as a clear, calm lake reflecting the world without distortion. This is the essence of mindfulness, being fully present in each moment, observing thoughts and emotions without judgment. At its core, mindfulness is about awareness. It's about noticing the sensations in your body, the thoughts in your mind, and the emotions in your heart. By bringing attention to these experiences, you gain insight into their transient nature. You realize that emotions, like clouds in the sky, come and go. One simple yet powerful mindfulness practice is mindful breathing. Take a moment to focus on your breath. Notice the sensation of air entering and leaving your body. With each inhale and exhale, let go of tension and agitation. This simple act anchors you in the present moment, soothing the mind and calming the emotions. Another aspect of mindfulness is acceptance. Embrace each moment as it is, without resistance or attachment. When unpleasant emotions arise, acknowledge them without trying to change or suppress them. Allow them to pass through you like waves in the ocean, knowing that they are temporary. Through mindfulness, you cultivate a deep sense of inner peace and stability. You become less reactive to external circumstances, responding with wisdom and clarity instead of impulsiveness. This equanimity allows you to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. Mindfulness also fosters self-awareness, helping you understand the root causes of your emotions. By observing your thoughts and behaviors without identification, you gain insight into their underlying patterns. This self-reflection enables you to break free from unhealthy habits and cultivate positive qualities like kindness and compassion. Furthermore, mindfulness enhances your interpersonal relationships. By being fully present with others, you listen deeply and empathize with their experiences. This connection fosters trust and intimacy, enriching your interactions with genuine warmth and understanding. In today's fast-paced world, mindfulness offers a sanctuary of stillness amidst the chaos. It's a refuge where you can anchor yourself in the present moment, finding solace and serenity in the midst of life's uncertainties. So, embrace mindfulness as a path to emotionlessness. Practice it with dedication and patience, knowing that each moment of awareness brings you closer to inner peace and freedom. As you cultivate mindfulness in your daily life, may you discover the transformative power of presence and awaken to the boundless joy that lies within. Lesson 8. Compassion and Emotionlessness. Compassion is a cornerstone of Buddhist teachings rooted in the understanding of interconnectedness and the alleviation of suffering. Emotionlessness, often misunderstood as cold detachment, actually fosters deeper compassion by freeing the mind from biases and prejudices that cloud judgment. In the journey towards emotionlessness, one learns to view all beings with equanimity, cultivating a boundless sense of empathy. Imagine a vast ocean where every wave represents a sentient being. Emotionlessness teaches us to see beyond the surface turbulence and recognize the underlying calmness of the ocean. Similarly, by transcending fleeting emotions, we can tap into a reservoir of unconditional love and compassion for all beings, regardless of their actions or circumstances. Compassion arises naturally when we realize the interconnectedness of all life. Just as a single drop of water ripples across the entire surface of the ocean, our actions and intentions reverberate throughout the interconnected web of existence. Emotionlessness enables us to act from a place of profound empathy, responding to suffering with kindness and understanding. Through mindfulness practices, we cultivate the ability to observe our emotions without being consumed by them. This inner awareness allows us to respond to situations with clarity and compassion rather than reacting impulsively based on fleeting emotions. In cultivating compassion, we embrace the inherent dignity and worth of every being, recognizing that we are all interconnected parts of the same cosmic tapestry. Compassion is not limited to acts of charity or kindness. It encompasses a deep sense of empathy and understanding. By cultivating emotionlessness, we expand our capacity for compassion, transcending personal biases and prejudices to embrace the inherent worth of all beings. This boundless compassion becomes a guiding light, illuminating the path towards greater understanding and harmony. In practicing compassion, we strive to alleviate the suffering of all beings, recognizing that their well-being is intricately linked to our own. Emotionlessness empowers us to approach difficult situations with equanimity, responding to challenges with wisdom and compassion rather than being swept away by reactive emotions. Compassion is not passive. It is an active force that drives us to alleviate suffering wherever we encounter it. By cultivating emotionlessness, we develop the resilience and clarity needed to respond skillfully to the suffering of others, offering support and solace without becoming overwhelmed by their pain. In the Buddhist tradition, the Bodhisattva ideal exemplifies the perfect union of compassion and wisdom. Emotionlessness enables us to embody this ideal by cultivating a deep sense of empathy and understanding, coupled with the clarity and insight needed to skillfully navigate the complexities of existence. By embracing emotionlessness, we free ourselves from the shackles of attachment and aversion, opening our hearts to the boundless potential for compassion within us. This transformative practice empowers us to transcend the limitations of ego and self-interest, embracing the welfare of all beings as our own. Compassion is not a static state but a dynamic process of growth and transformation. Emotionlessness provides the fertile soil in which compassion can take root and flourish, allowing us to cultivate a deep and abiding sense of empathy for all beings. In the journey towards emotionlessness, we learn to let go of self-centered concerns and cultivate a genuine concern for the well-being of others. This shift in perspective enables us to see beyond the narrow confines of ego and recognize the interconnectedness of all life. Compassion is not reserved for saints and sages. It is a quality inherent in every human heart, waiting to be awakened and nurtured. Emotionlessness provides the framework for cultivating this innate capacity for compassion, guiding us towards a more meaningful and fulfilling way of life. In conclusion, compassion and emotionlessness are not contradictory but complementary aspects of the spiritual path. By cultivating emotionlessness, we deepen our capacity for compassion, embodying the Bodhisattva ideal of selfless service and unconditional love for all beings. Through this transformative practice, we can bring healing and harmony to ourselves and the world around us. Lesson 9. Embracing Impermanence. Impermanence is a fundamental concept in Buddhism, teaching us that everything in life is constantly changing. Imagine a flowing river. It never stays the same, always shifting and evolving. In the same way, our experiences, emotions, and even our own selves are transient. Understanding impermanence can help us let go of attachment and find peace within ourselves. Think about a beautiful sunset. It's breathtaking in its momentary glory, but it doesn't last forever. The same applies to joy, sadness, success, and failure. They all come and go. Embracing impermanence means recognizing that nothing lasts forever, both the good and the bad. When we cling to things or people as if they will never change, we set ourselves up for disappointment and suffering. But when we accept impermanence, we can appreciate each moment for what it is without getting caught up in longing for it to last forever. In our fast-paced world, we often resist change because it can feel uncomfortable or unsettling. But change is inevitable, and resisting it only leads to more suffering. Instead, we can learn to embrace change and see it as an opportunity for growth and renewal. One way to embrace impermanence is through the practice of mindfulness. By paying attention to the present moment without judgment, we can become more aware of the constant flux of life and learn to let go of our attachment to specific outcomes. Impermanence teaches us to cherish the present moment and live fully in each experience, knowing that it won't last forever. It encourages us to savor the beauty of life without becoming too attached to it, allowing us to find freedom and joy in the midst of change. When we accept impermanence, we can let go of the fear of loss and embrace the uncertainty of life with open arms. We learn to ride the waves of change with grace and resilience, knowing that each moment is precious and fleeting. By acknowledging the impermanent nature of all things, we can cultivate a sense of gratitude for the moments we have and the people we love. It reminds us to cherish the here and now, knowing that it's all we truly have. Embracing impermanence doesn't mean becoming indifferent or detached from life. Rather, it's about finding peace and contentment in the midst of life's constant flux. It's about embracing the beauty of imperfection and finding joy in the ever-changing dance of existence. As we deepen our understanding of impermanence, we can let go of our attachments and find freedom from suffering. We can learn to appreciate the fleeting nature of life and find meaning in each moment, knowing that it's all part of the beautiful tapestry of existence. In the end, embracing impermanence is about living with a sense of openness and acceptance, knowing that life is a journey filled with ups and downs, joys and sorrows. It's about finding beauty in the imperfections and embracing the ebb and flow of life with a heart full of gratitude and love. Lesson 10: Overcoming Obstacles on the Path. Facing obstacles on the path to becoming emotionless is not uncommon. In fact, it's expected. Life is filled with challenges that test our resolve and commitment to change. However, with the right mindset and strategies, these obstacles can be overcome. Acknowledge the obstacles. The first step in overcoming obstacles is to acknowledge their presence. Denying or ignoring them only allows them to persist. Identify specific challenges. Once acknowledged, identify the specific obstacles you face. Is it fear, attachment, or something else? Understand their roots. Dive deeper into the roots of these obstacles. Are they based on past experiences, societal conditioning, or personal beliefs? Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself during this process. Recognize that overcoming obstacles takes time and effort. Seek support. Don't hesitate to seek support from friends, family, or a mentor. Their guidance and encouragement can be invaluable. Stay committed. Remind yourself of your commitment to personal growth and emotional freedom. Stay dedicated to the journey despite the challenges. Embrace imperfection. Understand that setbacks and failures are part of the process. Embrace them as opportunities for learning and growth. Practice resilience. Develop resilience to bounce back from setbacks stronger than before. Cultivate a mindset that views challenges as opportunities for growth. Stay mindful. Remain mindful of your thoughts, emotions, and reactions. Mindfulness allows you to navigate obstacles with clarity and calmness. Stay flexible. Be willing to adapt your approach as needed. What works for one obstacle may not work for another. Challenge limiting beliefs. Question any beliefs or assumptions that may be holding you back. Replace them with empowering beliefs that support your journey. Visualize success. Visualize yourself overcoming obstacles and achieving your goal of emotional freedom. This can provide motivation and clarity during difficult times. Practice gratitude. Cultivate a mindset of gratitude for the obstacles you face. They provide opportunities for growth and transformation. Celebrate progress. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Each step forward brings you closer to your goal. Stay patient. Patience is key on the path to emotional freedom. Trust in the process and remain patient with yourself. Learn from setbacks. Instead of dwelling on setbacks, use them as opportunities for learning and improvement. Stay grounded. Stay grounded in the present moment rather than getting caught up in worries about the future or regrets about the past. Practice self-reflection. Regularly reflect on your journey and the obstacles you've overcome. This can provide insight and motivation to continue moving forward. Keep going. Remember that the journey to emotional freedom is ongoing. Keep going even when the path seems challenging. Believe in yourself. Above all, believe in yourself and your ability to overcome obstacles. With determination and perseverance, anything is possible. Conclusion and recap. In wrapping up our journey into the realm of emotionlessness through the lens of Buddhism, let's take a moment to reflect on the key insights we've gained. We embarked on this exploration with the aim of understanding how to navigate the complexities of our emotions and find inner peace and clarity. Along the way, we discovered that emotionlessness does not mean suppressing or denying our feelings, but rather cultivating a sense of balance and equanimity in the face of life's ups and downs. One of the fundamental principles we encountered is the recognition of impermanence. Understanding that everything in life is transient allows us to let go of attachments and embrace each moment with openness and acceptance. This acknowledgement frees us from the grip of fleeting emotions and empowers us to respond to life's challenges with grace and resilience. Central to the Buddhist approach to emotionlessness is the practice of mindfulness. By staying present and attentive to our thoughts, feelings, and sensations, we develop greater self-awareness and insight into the nature of our minds. Through mindfulness meditation and daily mindfulness practices, we cultivate a deep sense of inner peace and tranquility that transcends the turbulence of our emotions. Compassion emerges as another vital aspect of the journey towards emotionlessness. By extending kindness and understanding to ourselves and others, we foster connections that transcend ego and foster a sense of interconnectedness with all beings. This compassionate attitude towards ourselves and others enables us to navigate the complexities of human emotions with wisdom and empathy. Throughout our exploration, we encountered various techniques and practices aimed at cultivating emotionlessness. From breath awareness to loving-kindness meditation, each practice offers a unique pathway to inner transformation and liberation from the grip of emotions. By incorporating these practices into our daily lives, we gradually unravel the layers of conditioning that bind us to suffering and discover the boundless freedom that lies within. As we conclude our journey, let us remember that the path to emotionlessness is not a destination but a continuous unfolding of self-discovery and growth. It requires patience, perseverance, and a willingness to embrace the full spectrum of human experience. May the wisdom of Buddhism continue to guide us on this journey towards greater peace, clarity, and emotional freedom. Thank you for joining us on this exploration, and may your own path be filled with light and liberation.